I want you to think about this. I'm back again, but this time I'm back through inspiration because I learned something over this past couple of weeks. On November the 2nd, around 4 o'clock in the morning, I wake up like I usually do, and that's when I do my deep thinking. And I was laying there thinking, and I've been troubled lately about this race thing and this racism and all of the things that's going on with race relations. But something was revealed to me in those early morning hours, and I'm going to try to explain it the way I got it. And that is simply this: the white people, or Caucasians of America, they are not racist people from their hearts. They're not racist people. I don't remember the stats, but I did look at them, and the number of interracial marriages, the number of racial interactions will show that it's impossible for there to be systemic racism as we have been told, and that they keep trying to drum into our hearts. But my purpose for this thought-provoking moment is that what came to me November the 2nd, 4 o'clock in the morning, and that was this: that the American Caucasian people, they are not racist at heart, but they are afraid. That's it. They're not racist. They don't hate black people. They are afraid of black people. And that's not a shortcoming on them either, because black people are afraid of black people. And all of these things come to me as I lay there and pondered, and that is, I myself, who walk around every day, a God-fearing man who claims not to be afraid of anything. And that's the way I feel about life. I'm not afraid of anything or anybody, but I too am afraid of black people. This is how you arrive at this conclusion. It is simple that every time a person, black, white, or indifferent, get to a position in life to where they're earning a good wage and buying homes and nice cars and nice furniture, they move to an area where they think those things will be safe. And that is definitely not in the areas where black people live, because when black people get angry, they burn everything down and tear everything up. So we move away. And those of you who are listening at me and frowning and raising your eyes and walling your eyes, where do you live? Where do you live? Think about it. And why did you move to where you live? When we are honest with ourselves, we understand that we move to a better neighborhood to preserve the things that we've worked hard to accomplish and to acquire. So that's what come to me. So black people need to be taught. I say taught because I'm still harping on that ignorance. There's just too much ignorance out there. And I say that because I was looking at my book. I wrote a book back in 2008, I believe. Too soon. I should have written this book in today's climate, because this book, The Will of Man, it is a book that will enlighten our children. In this book, there are black names that I will guarantee you that a lot of us don't know. I didn't know a lot of them. Well, I didn't know most of them until I started doing the research on this. And I'll tell you what, I had to go all the way to a little place called Coffeyville, Kansas, to find most of this stuff. In Los Angeles, in that big, beautiful library, you can't find a lot of black history. You can find a lot of stuff, but you can't find black history because this is not there. But I went to a little college campus called Chaffey College in Coffeyville, Kansas, a little community college, and the library is chock full of just books. And there's a lot of black history in there. I mean, names that, I mean, the common names that should be common to us, like Frederick Douglass, Booker T. Washington, George Washington Carver, a guy by the name of Charles Drew, Dr. Charles Drew. I mean, children don't know this, that when they get a blood transfusion, Dr. Charles Drew was the guy. I mean, he made it possible to take blood from the hospital to the battlefield and give the soldiers transfusions. But this guy, Gregory Jones, who invented the slots that you go to the movie, you pay your money and the ticket shoot up through the thing and your change run out. Gregory Jones. The same guy, I think he did the refrigeration in trucks, but he did it in trains at that time, but it moved over to trucks, refrigerated trucks, where you can carry produce from one coast to the other coast. All of these black accomplishments is in this book, The Will of Man. And a little plug, it is Ex Libra is the publisher. But those of you who have this book, because I gave it out and sent it out to a lot of people, reread it, because I'm imagining some of you probably forgot what was in it. And this is a good time for that, because we are being led down a path of unrighteousness to where we're being taught to hate each other because of race. And that is not the case. Again, I go back to the Civil War and all of the legislature that has come down in this country. We are the best country on this planet to be alive in. So read your history and study and learn how blacks, it's impossible for you to be discriminated against. But if we would change our attitude, stop being so angry, stop being so mad, and stop tearing up stuff, go through the legal process. America has set up a system where people go through the process and they get justice. Burning down things just make you a bigger criminal than the criminal that you are protesting against. So I just want you to think about that, how far America has come, and that there's still slavery in the world, but nobody don't tell you that. Nobody don't tell you that there is still slavery in the world today. And not only that, people, but I would venture to say, if you do your research, you'll find, as I have, every nationality in the world has been a slave at one time or another. But it's just that they have been able to let it go, and where the black man is still holding on to it. So, again, America's not a racist country. America is a frightened country because of the freedom we have. People go out and do foolish things, and they get away with it. And so that means that they can do it, and they will do it again and again and again, and it progressively gets worse. So read your history and be honest with yourself, and we can live together as Americans in the greatest country on the planet. So I want you to think about that.